All right, ancient Rome. So Rome takes over the Greeks, and basically what they do is they steal all their statues. Like they keep all their statues, but and their gods, except for they clink off the nameplate, put on a different nameplate, and have a new name for that god who has a slightly different description, sort of thing. And they are very, 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 very all about power over with extreme violence. That is really important to know that Rome, that was a lot of the Roman Empire. It was based on fear. So if you did something wrong against what our laws were or thought differently, you would end up hung on a cross in the middle of this area where people would walk by you and watch you hang there and suffocate till you died. That's a good time. And then later on, they had the Colosseums. Also just a great time. No, not at all. So with ancient Rome, they take it over. They have a way of government that has things like crucifixion in that way. Oh no, I'm drawing a blank on my ancient Rome stuff. They end up, there's Jewish people within ancient Rome as well. And the religion there also has a lot to do with this purity code and this right way of being that you had to be. It also had a lot to do with power over at that time. And so Jesus comes into the scene and explodes this way of thinking. You guys really have to understand just this beauty and this intense, incredible way of life and worldview that Jesus comes in with. So Jesus comes in on this scene and it's very power over and it's killing you and casting you out if you aren't this, that, and the other thing, this way of being. And Jesus comes in and teaches an entirely different way of being. Now, at that time, so he has an incarnational worldview. And what that means, so the incarnation is, it means that God dwells in everyone and in all of creation. Jesus says it's nothing to do with tribes. It's not us or them. It's just us. That's it. And the Romans don't like that, and the Jewish people of that time don't like that. And then he ends up on a cross because that's what ends up happening at that time to somebody like Jesus, and also to robbers and crooks and all of those sort of things. So, at that time, the emperors were seen as the Son of God. Isn't that interesting? I've heard that before. The emperors were seen as the Son of God, and all of a sudden you've got all of these people saying, no. The emperor is not the Son of God. Jesus is the Son of God. And it's like, they just start freaking out because if the emperor is not, the emperor's Son of God, because they power over, right? And all of a sudden they're challenging that, and there's a fear in losing that power because people start to turn towards Jesus instead of the emperor and instead of some of the values at that time. And so people freak out and they get very scared of that. At that time, there was also a gospel of good news, but what it meant was somebody would come back and be like, good news, there's peace in that village over there. But it's because I killed everybody that thought differently than I did. But there's peace now. And the question is like, is that peace? No, that's not peace. So the disciples and the people at that time, it's very political and in their face political because they're saying Jesus is the Son of God. This love, this resurrection, this life, this being of love and goodness and connection and beauty and healing the sick, not hating. That's the Son of God. That's the truth. And so it becomes very power with. And there was a time when Christianity was illegal and they would draw a fish in the sand. I don't know if you ever heard of a Jesus fish. Can you see it? And they would do this in the sand, and that would show that you were a Christian. And they would have like underground worship